Okay, so how does a company and a business as old as gold and jewelry suddenly have this massive, near 90% growth in just 1 year? It seems crazy, right? Well, today we're going to break down the blueprint behind an Indonesian giant, Hartadinata Abadi, and their absolutely incredible success story.
Let's just start with the headline number, 85.84%. I mean, wow. That's the actual revenue growth PT Hartadina Abadi, we'll just call him HRTA, posted in a single year. In 2023, the staggering jump took their net revenue from 6.9 trillion all the way up to nearly 12.9 trillion Indonesian rupiah.
So, the big question is, how on earth did they pull this off? Let me tell you, this was no accident. It wasn't a fluke. This was the result of a really well-thought-out, multi-year strategy. So, let's break down their blueprint for success.
All right, Section 1, a golden growth spurt. First things first, let's get to know the company at the heart of this incredible story. So, who are we talking about? This is PT Hartadinata Abadi, or HTRTA for short. They've actually been around for a while, since 2004. They're a huge player in Indonesia's gold industry, and here's the key thing, they're vertically integrated. Now, what does that mean? It basically means they control the entire process, from manufacturing the jewelry in their own factories right down to selling it directly to customers.
Section 2, the Hartadinata Blueprint. Now, let's really dig into the strategic moves that fueled this unbelievable growth. You know, the groundwork for that crazy 2023 surge was actually laid years and years ago. After starting up in 2004, the company just kept expanding its production muscle, opening its third factory by 2009. This early growth was absolutely essential. It gave them the sheer scale they'd need before they went public in 2017. Think back to 2017, the year they hit the public market. Their focus was laser sharp. A whopping 92% of their sales came from wholesale. See, they weren't trying to be everything to everyone. They built their entire foundation by just dominating one specific, high-volume part of the market: lower-carat jewelry for Indonesia's huge and growing middle to lower class. Okay, now let's fast forward to 2023. Look at this. Wholesale, yeah, it's still the biggest piece of the pie, for sure. But you can see a really smart, deliberate shift happening. Their own retail stores? They've almost doubled their share of the revenue, going from just 8% up to nearly 15%. This pivot was so key. It let them capture much better profits and, maybe more importantly, build a direct connection with their customers. So how'd they pump up that retail number? Well, the first pillar of their strategy was just aggressive physical expansion. I mean, in 2023 alone, they opened 14 new stores. This wasn't random. It was a strategic move to cover more of the market, get their brand right in front of more people, and it was a huge driver of their increased sales. The second pillar? Pure digital foresight. Get this, they launched their own e-commerce platform, HRTA.store, way back in 2017. While a lot of their competitors were probably just starting to think about selling online, Hartadinata was already building a digital footprint. And man, did that move pay off big time in the years that followed. And the third pillar of their blueprint? Smart collaborations. A really key move was their strategic cooperation with EMAS Antam Indonesia. This partnership was absolutely crucial. It helped improve their product quality and massively expanded their market reach, adding this layer of trust and prestige to their brand. Section 3, from factory to finger. Look, a great strategy is one thing, but you need the operational muscle to back it up. Let's see how Hartadinata controls its entire production process, from start to finish. Hartadinata runs 5, count 'em, 5, integrated factories. This kind of scale gives them immense control over quality, over cost, and over efficiency. It allows them to produce pretty much everything, from incredibly intricate machine-made jewelry all the way to high-purity gold bars. And when I say control, I mean they are meticulous. Just take a look at their process for making a 99.99% pure gold bar. It's this whole 7-stage journey. It goes from preparing the raw materials and melting, all the way to intense quality checks and certified packaging. This just shows their complete command over the entire value chain. Okay, Section 4, forging a global future. So, Hartadinata has built this dominant position in Indonesia, but believe me, their ambition doesn't stop at the border. Let's take a look at where they're aiming next. Remember that number we started with? Well, here it is in visual form. That unbelievable 85.84% leap in net sales, it's the direct result of that powerful three-pillar strategy we just talked about. This is where retail expansion, digital adoption, and smart partnerships all came together to create just explosive growth. So you might think they'd take a breather after a year like that, but nope. Hartadina is not slowing down one bit. The roadmap for the future is super clear. They're looking to cut capital costs, team up with local miners to get a steady supply of gold, make their production even more efficient, and this is the big one. They're going global. We're talking plans to export to China, Singapore, Europe, and even the United States. And all of this brings us to our final question. Hartadinata has pretty much conquered its home turf with a powerful, multifaceted strategy and has now set its sights on the world. So the question isn't just if they can keep growing, but really, how big can they become? Are we watching the rise of a new global gold titan?